Welcome to Pro Bull Talk, where it's all talk and no bull. Get ready to slide and ride.
All right, let's go, boys. Hustle. Come on now. Let's go. Woo. Lay down now. Go to him.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Pro Bull Talk. We're in the DesignTunnel studios with a great crew here, keeping these hot new podcasts coming your way. And they're brought to you by Bull Teams Only, Hanging G Fly Systems, Next Level Construction, and Dennis Davis. He's been a long time supporter of the Pro Bull Talk, and so we'll give a thanks to them. If y'all would go out, give them a like, a listen, and a follow, and comment that you heard about them from us right here on Pro Bull Talk. And today's episode, me and Briar, we've been pretty excited about this one. We've had a lot of gold buckles on here, but this one's kind of top of the pole there. This guy's got 4 of them, and had 3 of them back to back. Also, I do believe was 2014 PBR Rookie of the Year. Probably the oldest rookie, if I'm not mistaken. He'd probably reach over and kick piss out of me in a minute. But we've got 4-time PRCA World Champion Bull Rider J.W. Harris on today. J.W., thank you for being here, buddy. Coming in on such short notice, too. I only give you a couple days.
Yeah, that's all right. No, it's shoot. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
man. This will be a fun one.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun. We're going to talk a lot of bull riding and how you got there and how it was when you got there and how it is afterward. And I know there was some drama along the way too, so we might get into a little bit of that too. But you come from a rodeo ranching family and you just get into it. Because, I mean, when I come along, my dad rode bulls and then JW started riding bulls. It's monkey see, monkey do for me, but how did it go for you?
Yeah, that's pretty much the way it went for me. My dad, I grew up around it. My dad rode bulls, my uncles, my granddad, and I grew up on a racehorse ranch, and my dad was horse trainer for a while whenever he wasn't riding bulls and stuff like that. So I grew up, riding bulls and riding racehorses, and learned how to not fall off real fast.
Yeah. I learned to buck off first. That's where I started. I learned to buck off first. Well,
yeah, you kind of get used to it there, especially starting off. I always tell everybody I wasn't always good.
Yeah.
I rode calves and steers pretty decent, and then there was a span of probably 4 or 5 years that both my dad and my uncle was like, God, I wish he'd just quit. It was just terrible. Yeah. And then, one day it just clicked.
Something clicked. Yeah.
And never looked back.
Yeah. They told me I had I had the get off virus when I was calf riding. I'd ride the piss out of them for 3 or 4 seconds and then just bail off. Yeah. And they'd be like, I just jerk my hand out and get off, be right in the middle of them. And boy, I'd get cussed out and I'd get my butt whooped from my daddy. And yeah. And I learned real quick not to look off or get off.
Yeah. No, I had a problem of forgetting to open my hand, and I'd hang and drag and just get the piss stomped out of me. And,
yep.
And they're like, well, maybe one day he'll just get tired of getting stepped on and quit. And
you're going to break an egg in him and he's going to quit, want to do something else.
Yeah, I want to do something else. And it just, thankfully, the egg never broke.
I had an egg broke time or two. I think by the time I was like 7 years old, I'd done retired 3 times. Because that was back, of course, this is going to age me a little bit, that Donnie was still riding back then. Donnie Gay was still riding a little bit. And he had just retired or just come out of retirement or retired again or something. And we was at Cleburne Little Britches Rodeo. And they asked me if I was getting on. I said, no, I'm retired. And I just got on the day before. I'm going to retire. I'm in retirement. I was 8 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you use rodeo a bunch, and you didn't have any accolades in the youth rodeos, or?
Not really. Dad he kind of protected me a little bit. And, and we put on the junior rodeos kind of around where we was at, Brownwood, Coleman, and things like that. And so always had bulls in the backyard, and that was pretty much my backyard was a bull riding arena, and was kind of stuck around there. But Dad never would let me venture off, and you see these kids, 14, 15 years old, getting on these 22-point bulls that got no business on them.
Being there yet.
And, Dad always kept me where I needed to be at level-wise. And every once in a while, he'd let me dip my foot in the shark tank. And
you got to level up a little bit.
Kind of see where you're at, test yourself. And then, if I wasn't quite ready for it, then we'd back down. But then once I hit about 17, he kind of started letting me venture off and enter some open rodeos and stuff like that. But for the most part, he kept a pretty close watch on me and, kind of not let me venture off and get out there where I didn't need to be at.
Yeah, mine was not so similar. I was getting on. I was riding against Tough and Jim and them when I was 13 because I don't know. This was going. We'd get on the same, like we was talking about Jeter earlier. He was on earlier, and he come up the same way kind of you did, with his dad kind of protecting him and going. And we asked him if he high school rodeoed or whatever, and he said no. He didn't go. He went to some smaller stuff and stayed at home and stuff. And that was kind of like where I come from, but I didn't go to the high school deals because I'd be getting on the same bulls as I was there as I was at the open deals, and I could have a chance to win more money over there. And when I was 13, I rode good enough that I don't know if they, I guess they had enough faith in me maybe to go ahead and go, but at some point in there, I wished they'd have kind of coached me back, held me back a little bit. But it's like whenever my dad was going like the AJRA rodeos, whenever they were a big thing. Yeah, they were a big deal.
He was getting on bulls that Donnie Gay was getting on at the NFR.
Yeah.
But you run an NFR bull at a high school rodeo now, ain't nobody going to get on him.
No. They had a high school, it was called the Oklahoma Hills Bull Riding, and there was a high school deal right before it, and they used the same bulls.
Yeah.
And, I mean, a lot of the NFR bulls would come. I remember JW getting on a bull called Hangman that we'd just watched 2 or 3 months before that at the NFR wreck somebody out, and he had him, and he's like 15, 16 years old in the high school deal getting on. And, I mean, that was kind of the way it was back then. And, like your dad did, I kind of have fathered my kids a lot of the same way. I've kept them – luckily, I've had enough – success in life where I could keep them boys on bulls at the house. I'd had to buy the bulls that they needed, the level they needed, and then I'd let them jump up, like I said, put your toe in that deeper water up there and see how you play out. Let's level you up a little bit. Yeah. You get cocky down here, then we're going to move you up, and then if you stay there, then you're going to come back here, but we'll just start letting you come up a little more until you start dominating, and then keeping them inside that bubble. I think it's not that there's a lot of kids out there that can't ride. It's a lot of them that the dads push them too daggum hard. And by the time they're 18, turn to pro, they're crippled up, beat up, and they can't get on squat.
Well, yeah.
Or they don't want it no more.
Yeah, their body's not developed and they're not ready for it physically.
Yep.
Maybe they mentally they might be ready for it or they think they are, but, and it's, you get a lot of them dads living through their kids, and
that's what
because their kid is good enough, and their dad never was.
Man, I can't stand that. I see that all the time, and I'm like, you just want to take the dads out back and just beat the wrought iron piss out of them and go, quit pushing that kid. He's got talent. Just back off and just ease.
Yeah, you got your, everybody wants to rush this, and just because you turn 18 doesn't mean it's why not have a career that goes 15 years.
Well, and I didn't copy what Sid did with Rocker or whatever. We just kind of had the same mentality because Rocker didn't go to a whole lot of high school deals. He didn't go to a whole lot anywhere. He stayed in his practice pen and got better. And like I've always told my boys, you can win any amateur deal you want to, any youth deal you want to, and nobody's going to remember you 2 weeks from that.
No.
Period. The only time it matters is when you win something is after you turn 18, you go to the big show. Then they're going to remember you, and that's and I brought the boys up is you're not riding for right now. You're practicing for when you turn 18. And we're going to keep you healthy, keep you getting on stock, build your confidence on bulls that fit you. Nothing outrageous. And then when you're 18, you're not only are you going to have the confidence, you're going to have the health, You're going to have the knowledge, and you go get on anything you want to.
Yeah,
go get them.
And you start,
and you're healthy.
You hit the ground running the minute you turn 18 and become a professional.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then there's the other side of that coin too. These kids turn 18 and they want to jump immediately to the PBR.
Yeah, nope.
And I'm like, guys,
I disagree with that.
Go rodeo for a couple of years.
Yes.
Learn how to win.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to manage your time.
Mm-hmm.
Manage your money. Get that confidence.
Yes.
Learn how to win.
Yeah. Learn how to be independent.
Yeah.
Depending on yourself.
You go to them PBRs, you're jumping in with the sharks. And every night there's potential if you're getting on the rankest bull you've ever got on in your life.
The rankest bull alive at any time.
And you're going to go get your confidence beat down constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Go rodeo. Then the rodeo world's gotten a lot better for bulls.
They sure have.
Because all these bull guys have jumped in and have made bull riding better for the rodeo side of it.
Yeah.
But you're still not getting on them dragons every weekend.
Yeah.
Go learn to win.
Yep.
And then when you turn 22, 23 years old and you're hitting your prime, then go win all the money.
Yeah. Yep. I agree totally. That's, I jumped in right as the PBR, when I turned 18, which was in 96, made the finals in PBR then. And I rodeoed a little bit. And then I like to stay home more. But PBR was a little different then. They still had some ranked bulls, but it wasn't the man killers that they have. We had the man killers, but
absolutely.
there wasn't 20 pins back there full of man killers. You got on them in the short round or in the long round, and in the short round you got on that second round was the ones that just couldn't make the short round. So you could kind of get a little by there and then get on the 15. Now, man, in pro rodeos, they've got such good bulls. Oh man, I watch the Cowboy Channel all the time, and holy cow,
man, I know.
Man, would I if you can just ride them front to back and just be a little consistent. Oh my gosh, the sky's the limit. And talking about build confidence.
Yeah.
And the money they're paying now, they're putting money, padding the pockets of everybody.
Yeah, they're just looking for somebody to give money away to,
Yes.
And it's cool to see though that the money's gotten so much, the opportunities for bull riders and for them to go out there and go win so much money.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a bull rider.
Yeah. Yeah. We just looked at right before we come on the show, before you got here, we was looking at the standings in PRCA, and, Calgary just finished, and, Wasey Shala had been winning it before, and then early on in the 4th of July run, Stetson had passed him, and then now Wasey won Calgary.
Yeah.
And he's got him by like 15, 20,000, and he was behind 15,000, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 10, 15. So the jump's that big, and just in a couple weeks. Hayes Waite set the record for most money won over the 4th at what, 51 or 52,000?
Yeah, 52,000.
He won Ponoka and placed at Calgary, and I don't know where. He's been hot here the last few days.
He's been riding really good.
Yeah,
it's half point of the season, and they've already won 250,000.
Yeah.
Well, and like you said, I think the most going into the NFR was that I had won was like right at 250.
Yeah. And now they're midway through the season.
They're halfway through it.
We ain't even got Cheyenne yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't even got Cheyenne yet.
Yeah, and there's still lots of big rodeos left out there.
And that's only 80% of what they won. Because they only count 80% of how much money you won.
At Calgary?
Yeah, at Calgary or something like that. I don't think they don't count the full 50,000.
So there's no telling with sponsors and...
Yeah, I know your wife's a barrel racer, but did y'all watch Calgary at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How about Anita Ellis?
We were just
Holy
talking. That was
cow! I watched. She was in Pool A, and she won the first 2 rounds on that. Was it Bay or Sorrel?
Yeah.
And then come back in round 3 and rode the Gray Rico or something.
Horses,
and and won the round there and smoked them.
Yeah, and we were talking because I'd never really heard of the lady.
No, me neither.
And I pulled up the WPRA standings after she'd won it.
Went to nothing 30th to 5th or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
And she had like 30,000 won. So I was like, that got her the NFR made right there.
She won 71,000 up there.
God, that's crazy.
Yeah, because in the WPRA, all 71, because she won 21,000 in the rounds, and then 50,000 for the bonus. That all counts towards the barrel racing. In
Yeah,
WPRA.
they count every dime.
Whew, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's barrel racing. Women.
Yeah,
Of course, they're going to count every dime.
You got to count every penny.
Every penny, yeah. They're not going to let a penny slide at all.
But yeah, no, that was cool, and for her to have two horses
to do
be
it
able
on two
to do
different
it.
horses, yes.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. It was cool.
Yeah, I think in the final three, it was Brittany Posey and Cassie Mowry.
Two sharks sitting there, and then
she's sitting out there on that gray horse with her sunglasses on, just cool as cucumber.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty dang cool there. But so back to you though. We've talked about the rodeo a little bit. So tell us about your run once you got started in PRCA. How did you go about it? Did you buy your permit, fill your permit, buy your card, or did you ride it out a little bit on your permit?
So I bought my card, and my birthday's it's in July 14th today. But
birthday boy again? Yeah. This is the second birthday boy we had.
So my birthday's kind of falls there weird and stuff. But
I understand.
I was just chomping at the bits, and so as soon as I turned 18, I just bought it in July.
Bought your permit.
Bought my permit, and shoot, I don't think I didn't get into my first rodeo till November. But everything was off, and this time of year it's busy and everybody's got. But went to my first pro rodeo was in McGregor, Texas, and got on a bull of Vernon Guidry's. Wow. And it Clayton Petcalf, and I think I was 73 points on him. So and then I filled my card, filled my permit at Lake Charles, and then I just went ahead and bought it then. Yeah. And I was like, I wasn't really thinking about the rookie of the year or nothing like that. I just
wanted to go to Vegas.
Yeah, I just wanted to go. I just didn't care about the rookie of the year, and kind of hit some struggles there.
What year would this be?
2005.
2005. Okay.
And some learning curves.
Yep. There's always learning curves.
And didn't really hit my stride. And where it all kind of come together for me going pro rodeos is at Cheyenne.
Yeah.
I won second there, won the short round, won second. And freaking Matt Austin beat me.
Yeah.
And it was like right after Cheyenne, it's like that's whenever I realized that I belonged and I can rodeo with these guys. Yeah. And I was coming in there just a kid and just kind of wide-eyed,
And by that time, Matt had already won a world title or two, hadn't he?
Yeah, he already won.
One of his two. Didn't he win two? Or did he win more than two?
I think he just won two, I think.
I think so. I think he won it twice.
But, and that kind of give me the confidence that we were talking about that I can go ride with these guys.
I can go play with these guys.
And I know that I can ride these bulls.
Yeah.
But it's just, the pressure and then, but like after Cheyenne, then it just.
Yep. You had the confidence and it was ready. It was game on.
Didn't make the NFR in 05 and then started in 06.
Where'd you wind up in 05?
I think I ended up 18th in the world.
That ain't bad at all.
But and the big part of my money come from after Cheyenne and stuff like that. But and then 06 06 went. It was pretty. I let the world know that I was there, and it meant business, and because 06 I set the arena record at Reno. Was 96 on a re-ride bull. I got on Werewolf for my re-ride in the short round at the Extreme Bulls, and then set the arena record at Ellensburg that year. Was 95 on Firebird.
I guess I know Firebird.
Big Northwest Big Bend bull.
Oh, big red muley maybe.
Yeah.
Number started with a K, probably.
Probably so. I don't remember what his number was, but and then it just took off from there, and just confidence, was everything, especially after Reno and setting the Reno record there, and it was, and then get to Vegas and get wide-eyed. And
how was that?
I don't think it really dawned on me and sunk in until about the 5th round.
Really?
Everything happened so dadgum fast. I didn't have time to, it was, so crazy. And then I woke up one day and then just started getting all nervous, and I was like, what's wrong? And then I think it all sunk in. Everything was happening so fast that, didn't really have time to ingest it all. And
if you could have just took just a half a step back, take a deep breath, and go, it's just another rodeo.
Yeah.
You've been so much, but you're caught up in the moment and going, and everything's going so fast around you. It's just, it's hard to, you don't feel like you can step back.
And I'd gotten, like, I rode my first 3 bulls at the NFR, and I was like, this is easy, no big deal, And I was like, I don't know why everybody's all worried about, these yellow buck and shoots and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I can ride all 10. This is easy. Yeah. But then, like, that 5th round, whenever it finally set in that I was at, then it didn't look like I could ride a daggum stick horse shoved up my ass sideways, And then I finally took a breath, and I think I rode 6 out of 10 my first NFR.
That's still pretty good.
And and I think I got out of there with $60,000, and I was like,
that's back when around they're paying what, 15?
Yeah, 15, 16,000. I was like, man, I'm never gonna see another poor day again in my life.
And I know the feeling there.
And it was, and then 07 came, and shoot, I think I rode 4 bulls at the NFR that year, and it just, and
injuries have anything to do with that though?
No, I stayed pretty healthy. 06, 07 coming there was pretty healthy. Just bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
But
if you're a bull rider, you're never 100%. Ever.
Wasn't having to tape nothing. Everything felt, everything felt really good. I didn't go in the sports medicine room, and then, but it just kind of one of them deals. Get to pressing too hard and trying to make things happen, and that's the wrong place to do it.
Feel like you got to make something happen when you just need to relax and ride.
Yeah, and because in the back of my mind, I think I come in setting 5th in the world, so I was like, I got a legitimate shot, and so I got to go get some go rounds and stuff like that, and then just fell flat on my face.
Yeah,
just couldn't handle the pressure of it.
Yeah,
and just another learning curve.
Yep. Like I had a spot in '97 to win a world title. It was me and G-Man. It come down. Adriano was kicking everybody's ass all year, and then in '97, Adriano got hurt after he's beating us all year, and it got to be me and G-Man, and we had to go ride just about everything out all the way to the end of the finals. And we got to the finals. I ride my first one. He rides his first one. I ride my second one. He rides his second one. And in the 3rd round, I faltered, and G-Man, of course, went on and won in '97 and win the world title. And looking back on it, I mean, at that time, I was mad. I was like, man, I should have won. And maybe I was trying too hard. And looking back on it now, I don't think I was mentally ready to be a world champ yet.
Yeah.
To have that mentality to go in and have that killer instinct with the confidence and be able to back it up. I wasn't there. I had the talent, I think. I just wasn't mentally focused enough or could handle the pressure, I guess, that comes with that. So, yeah, I know what you're talking about, going in and wanting to do good and trying to do good, and it just, some of this shit just don't work.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of them deals. It's, like I said, just wasn't ready for the pressure of it, so to speak. I mean, you getting on the bulls and stuff, it's not like the pressure of getting on the bull is any different. To do with
the bulls you're getting on, or your riding ability or anything. It's just up here between the ears.
It's between the ears and everybody else talking about what you need to be doing, and
what you need to be doing,
and the attention
on making the whistle.
Yeah, and then 08 was probably the most trying year But it all worked out. That's when I won my first world title. I got my face crushed at San Antonio. Had to have plates put in it, and and I sat out for however long it is from San Antonio to Houston. Yeah, and so I went to Houston.
Not very long.
I was going to say, I think
like a week or two.
A
couple of weeks. And,
yeah.
And Tandy told me, he said, you got to put a helmet on. And I said, I borrowed a helmet from somebody, and just it took off from there. And won Pendleton that year, and I think come in setting 8th in the world.
How long did you ride with the helmet?
For a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah. In 2008, I rode with the helmet for a little while, and then I took it off because I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I got knocked 7 or 8 concussions that year, and it was getting to the point to where just the littlest things would knock me out.
Yeah.
Hit on the ground weird.
And
Tanny said, you got to put a helmet on. And he told me, he said, you put the helmet on or I will not release you to get on. So I was like, well, no brainer. I'll just put the helmet on.
Duh.
and just got comfortable with it. It was just kind of become part. I got hit more in the head with that helmet on than I did without.
Yep.
And like we were talking, kind of gives that false sense of security to it.
Yeah.
And then I took it off in 2011. Yeah, I took it off 2000 at Cheyenne. It was kind of a funny story. I just took it off, and it was broke, and I was mad looking for something to blame for getting bucked off something. And I was walking back to the pickup, and me and Will Lowe, and he had his kids with him, and I handed the helmet to him. I said, here you go, you got something to play with now. And they said that I seen Will here, about 6 months ago or so somewhere, and he said he still got that helmet sitting up in his room.
I tried. Tandy made me start wearing a helmet for a little while. I'd had a string of concussions and stuff, and I think my riding percentage went from like 40% to 8% with the helmet, because it was fairly new, the helmets at the time, and then they had them big old long face mask. I couldn't get my chin down. It kept hitting on my vest, and I couldn't get my chin down. My head was getting up, and I think, and then it was in Oklahoma City at that one of the Bull Nanda deals or something they had up here. I think it was a Ford Center then. I was like, I ain't wearing that. So I fucking threw it in the locker and put my hat on, and I think I was like 88 or 89 that night, and I was like, yep, I'm done with it. I ain't wearing that Sonny gun again. But so 08, you get there. You come in. Did you come in winning it, or
no? I come in setting 8th.
8th, okay.
And just kind of, I didn't want to go around that year.
Who was winning it going in?
Chance Smart.
Chance Smart. Wow.
Yeah, he was winning it, and I didn't want to go around that year.
Just placed.
Just placed consistently. Rode 7 out of 10.
Won the average.
Won the average.
There you go.
And then they come and said, "Hey, you won the."
What was the margin of victory? Remember?
I think it was by 30,000.
Oh shoot! Yeah,
somewhere. Okay. Like Chance come in there and laid an egg. I think he might have rode 2 bulls.
Oh shoot!
And then it come down to, in the 10th round, he come down. Me and Bobby Welsh were.
Yeah.
And it really come down to, because we were both sitting at 6 bulls and stuff like that, come down pretty close to it, and so he bucked off, and I got mine rode, and then we never looked back after that.
And it was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and then 09 was probably my best regular season year.
Yeah.
I won Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio, San Angelo, Austin, the big rodeos in Texas that year. I won.
Damn.
And then won the rodeo at Reno that year, and it was just
wow.
Everything. I couldn't do no wrong.
Couldn't do no wrong. Everything
drawing the perfect bulls, and then the ones that you'd be 84, 85 points on, I might be 86, but then everybody else would buck off the right bulls, you know, and would still win some tough rodeos being 85, 86, and then go in the NFR with like $115,000 lead.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I broke my hand and didn't ride a bull at the NFR.
And still win.
And still won it by 15,000, I think. And but it was, you know, even not getting like, and I'd still get on like Tandy to inject my hand and stuff like that. And, man, it just never could. I couldn't keep my hand shut. I'd have to have Cody Whitney rosin my rope for me, and like you would throw my rope. You could throw my glove across the room, and it would just stick. It was so sticky. Yeah. And I still remember I got on. It was a gray bull of HD in the Owens, gray cat or something like that. Gray dog. Gray dog. I got on that bull, and he bucked me off right at the whistle, and I hung up to him into my hand. And then he stomped the piss out of me, and I told Whitney, I said, "Let's not put any more rosin on this thing. I can't get loose of them, even if I wanted to." But
now, did you ride with a Brazilian or American?
American.
Yeah. Okay.
And but that was the funnest NFR I ever had, even though it just, you know, it just went crappy because I like playing jokes and pranks on people.
Oh, good.
And so Corey Navarre, he had a tooth missing, and so he had a fake one. Well, me and Cody Whitney, we were sitting there. He was like, "Hey, you know, since you're not riding, watch where he puts that tooth, and we're going to get him." So I walked down to Justin Sports Medicine Room, and I told him, I said, "You just keep feeding me beer. I'll sit here all night long." You know, because they had kegs in the locker rooms back then. And nobody really cared too much about 18-year-olds back there then.
No.
But I was sitting in there, and he kept bringing me beer, and I went and got a bottle of Orajel from the Justin Sports Medicine Room, and I watched where he put that tooth, and whenever he went to go put his bull rope on his bull, I didn't have nothing to do, so I went over there and I poured the whole bottle of Orajel in there and stuck it back in the case, and it was the night he was the only one to ride a bull. And so I went running back to the locker room, I dumped it out real quick and just kind of pat dried it, and he come back in, and he wasn't going to do that interview without that tooth in. And so he stuck that tooth in, and he went running down the hall. Well, me and Cody Whitney go following him like a bunch of little kids, and he turned around, "You sons of bitch." And then he gets down there to do the interview, which he has to do the interview, and he's talking with that list the whole time, and we're peeking around the corner like a bunch of little kids, and Jennifer Smith was still doing the interviews at the time, and she was laughing so dadgum hard because the way he was talking. She turned around, she goes, "What did y'all do to him?" And so he told us whole bottle of Orajel. And then like Kenny Badger the first time he made the NFR, I took his vest and hid it up in the ceiling. Yeah. And I wasn't going to give it back to him. He was going to have to fight bulls for the first NFR. Well, Fred Betcher, being the nice guy that he is, found out where it was and went and gave it to him, which was a good thing because Kenny got the piss stomped out of him that first round. But yeah, just do stuff. I think we taped Daryl Diefenbach's vest to the toilet. Well, Michael Gong goes in there and takes a piss, and he just doesn't think nothing about it. Pees all over Daryl's vest. I thought we was going to get our ass whipped over that. Daryl was plenty hot over it, but
I bet he was.
He kind of got over it. But yeah, I like messing with people and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So 2010, you had 08 champ, 09 champ. Tell me about 10.
10 was kind of, I got a late start, so I had to have my hand fixed, you know, from 09 breaking it, and had to have surgery on it. And
how long that set you out?
About 3 months.
When exactly did you break it in 09?
The second round.
Oh, during the finals.
At the NFR, yeah, I broke it second round. And, you know, me and Tandy, we still joke about it. He thought I broke my leg because the bull stepped on me, he stepped on my leg. And we watched it back 100 times and never still could figure out how I broke my daggum riding hand. Just one. And I was sitting back here in the up there in the sports medicine room, and he was all looking at my leg, and I told him, it hurts. I said, but I mean, I put nothing flopping or nothing.
It's operational.
And my middle finger was crossed over like that, and we'd been sitting back there for 10, 15 minutes. And I went to take my glove off, and I just happened to look down at it, and I was like, look, Dan says, it's not supposed to be like that. And he goes, yeah, I know. And so we still had, and they had x-ray room, right there. And so he went in there and he goes, yeah, it's broke. And he just grabs it and just yanks it back over there. But yeah, so had a plate, put it back in it, went to San Antonio, which is mid-February. Yeah. So started back there, and it took a little bit. I think I placed at San Antonio at the Extreme Bulls, didn't do no good at the rodeo, but I was having hard, just strength.
Yeah.
But finally kind of started out slow and then go into the NFR, which is, 2010 is probably my most memorable NFR. But it was kind of a whirlwind too.
Yeah.
Shoot, I think I rode 8 out of 10 bulls at the NFR. Won 5 go-rounds.
Average.
Yep, won the average. Set the record. At the time for most money won. I think I still got the record for most go-rounds won in a year. And but yeah, it was just kind of one of them deals. It drew right, and then even shoot the ones that bucked me off were,
right at the whistle.
Like they bucked me off, and like you got on big techs of Chads and
the ball face with the
the big gray,
yeah,
just big boxy moving ahead.
Yes, sir, I remember him.
What
I don't,
and then
but I remember
was
videos.
94 and a half on smoke screen that year, and I don't think bulls I rode, I was.
Did you come in winning it in 2010?
No, I was coming in second or third. So I think Cody Teal was winning it maybe.
Okay.
At that time, I think it was Cody Teal. No, Tyler Smith was winning it at that time. Was going in setting first, and just I don't think I placed less than third in any go around.
Plucking away.
And I just chipped away at him and made it work.
Hell yeah. Hey guys, this has been such a great episode. We're going to wrap this up, and we're going to come back next week with part 2.